These people, they're boring. They're very, very boring. That's how I felt about this episode. I'm a little bit late with this review, guys. I was kind of going to skip over it because it was slow, but I just decided to put it up. So this is season 6, episode 4, Fire Gasoline. Exactly. That's how you describe this cast and their dumpster fire. So we start off with Brooke and JK. As we remember last episode, he was released. This mom's going to be a problem. I mean, Brooke is a whole problem, but this mom's going to be a problem. I just feel like get to know how to share these people if you both want to come pick him up. Honestly, just the person first of all, I wouldn't be dating somebody in prison, but if I were dating somebody in prison, I'm the kind of person who honestly just would have like skipped out on meeting him outside of the prison and let his mom have it. Especially if I know how his mom is, I would just let her have it. Because from then on, when I see him, you can't say that I didn't give you guys time to bond. I don't want no problems. But even this scene right here, this mom, she was so mad. Well, to be fair, they were doing a lot. Like the making out right in front of her, right? I said, y'all have no respect for each other's parents, people's parents. Anyways, after that one point, as soon as the girlfriend, Brooke, got her hands on him, Mom was just mad, stank face. So they go out to eat. They order everything on the menu. I would too. When he was describing the food that he would eat in prison, I almost gagged. Start talking about how they don't wear condoms, and Brooke saying that she's not trying to have a kid, but she's not going to be mad if she is pregnant also. And I'm just like, you can't be a grown-ass adult with that type of logic. Either you're planning for a kid or you're not planning with a kid, especially since the accident hasn't happened yet. And you have the ability to like control it. It just means you're planning for a kid irresponsibly. I mean, the mom is right in that aspect. Like I don't know why these people in jail just feel like I got out. I got to do everything now. I got to get a job. I have to start a family. I have to get married. These people are crazy. Anyways, he meets up with Alexis. They all meet up with Alexis. He gets his first meal. This man sneaks off while they're eating to go call Ashley to say that he's going to be able to see her later on. So she's like, okay, babe, I'm going to get a hotel for us to stay at. Immediately, no. I learned a hard lesson about spending money on men who you're not sure are completely into you like that. Like, I've done this. Obviously not for a man in prison. But the whole spending your own money to like... Well, she doesn't know that she's being hidden, but the whole thing is just a clusterfuck. But anyways, when she said, I love you, he didn't say it back on the phone. It was so embarrassing.
You're stupid!
I don't know why he acts like that. When he was in prison, he was telling me sweet nothings. I'm like, you just said it yourself. You know this is how the felons get. They get lonely in there. There's nothing to do but sweet talk people, you know? Savannah and Bradley. So they're talking about Bradley's sister, Alyssa, who Savannah used to have a really good relationship, but I guess their relationship got toxic between crime and drugs. So they're going to be meeting up with Alyssa soon. We move on to Will and Courtney. Will, am I going to like anybody on this show? I don't like him. I don't like him. But pretty much Courtney is the one who's in prison, and he hasn't even met her yet, and he's going to be meeting her mom. We'll see how that goes. So he meets her mom. He meets up with her mom. They sit down for, I guess, it's lunch. He brings her flowers, which was sweet or whatever. I feel like every time, this reminds me of Bianca and Daniel, every time there's a parent meeting with the partner of their convicted child, all I see in their face is, are you mentally stable? Because why are you dating my child in jail? Fresh out of jail. The whole thing's weird. But the mom pretty much asks Will what he finds, like what he loves about Courtney. He's like, well, what don't I like? She's smart. She's funny. She's kind. I'm just like, oh, brother, you didn't have time to think of that answer, huh? It was just a basic thing. I don't know. What more can you really say when you haven't had that person to experience outside, you know? But immediately I was like, this is not going to go well. He got nervous because the question that she had asked him didn't even lend to this, but he pretty much reveals how he used to be into drugs and he was in this hard lifestyle, but his best friend passed away by unaliving himself. And while he was alive, he would tell Will, like, I don't want you like in this life. So when his friend passed away, he felt kind of it would be a disservice to his friend if he didn't listen to what he was saying. So he got himself clean, and he said he's been clean for about 8 to 9 years or whatever. I don't know, which I'm really proud of. 8 to 9 years is no small feat. That's amazing. Any day that you can go without being, on drugs or addicted to alcohol is great. But Will's personality gives me, he would relapse. I don't even want to speak that into existence. He just seems very, always choose the worst things to surround themselves by. Like, you're a recovering addict, and then now you want to date somebody in prison. Make it make sense, Jesus. So while Will is talking to Susie, who is Courtney's mom, he pretty much tells her that he wants to propose to Courtney. Courtney's mom is me. Like, why? What's wrong with all these people? Maybe it was the drug use. I don't want to sound mean, but maybe it was the drug use and it affected their brains. Like, it's not smart. We moved back to Ashley with her friends in the hotel that she paid for. And it's okay. I'm going to let it go. In the hotel that she paid for, she's getting ready. No, she didn't get the memo that we're in 2025. Ashley is still rocking those darker than my hair eyebrows from like 2016. Ladies, when we used to have super dark eyebrows. You didn't fade them at the front, so it was just really sharp. Yeah, that's what Ashley's working with. And then that super dark long hair that she had. No. When you're somebody who, I'm assuming she's biracial, black and white, she has the light brown hair that's typical. It's just a little jarring to go to like jet black hair. She should have got a nice brown wig. And also, it didn't need to be down her ass. I don't want to tell anybody how to dress. Sometimes I see the ladies on the show, and I'm just like, ugh, I just wish I could make you over just a little bit. I used to be an eyelash tech. I just want to give her some lashes. I just want to fix up her brows a little bit, do her wig, because it's not hidden. It's not hidden. But anyways, her friends are there, helping her get ready. Pictures of her. I mean, I guess she looked aight. They're helping her take some sexy photos. And then this man, Julius, after getting it on, I guess, with Alexis, because he mentioned that he hadn't been intimate in years. No, they're not intimate. But while he's at Alexis's house, he steps outside. He calls Ashley and he pretty much tells her, I won't be able to see you tonight. She's left looking dumbfounded. Like, what do you mean you won't see me tonight? He's like, yeah, I'm with my peoples. I'm at my mom's house. I'm just like, girl, that's a damn lie. You know it's a lie. You know it's a lie. She kind of hangs up the phone on him, and then he calls her back and says, very uninterestedly, he's not interested. But just listen to the way he talks to her. This man says, I can see you tomorrow, though, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, well, I want you at the top of the day, because he's pretty much just like, yeah, I'll let you know. I'm just like, damn. She's seething. I'm like, but you knew this would happen. Remember last week, girl? You were planning for a baby and to marry this man. This your man, girl. You chose him. This is going to be a clusterfuck. They're actually one of my top couples that I want to see what happens to throughout the season, because I can't wait for them to find out about one another, Alexis and Ashley. Oof. Anyway, so we move on. Bradley and Savannah, they meet up with his sister. And pretty much the sister takes responsibility for the way she's been over the past couple of years. She says that her and Savannah used to have a super toxic relationship. Savannah went to rehab for a year. She went to prison for a year. Yeah, Alyssa, she's another one. She kind of gives me ticking time bomb. Oof, I hate speaking this into existence for people. I'm actually a pretty optimistic person, so I don't like to put these things out into the universe, but she kind of just looks like a ticking time bomb. You can tell Savannah wants to keep a little bit of distance because she's not here for this go around like a fifth time. That's pretty much what happened with Savannah and Brian this episode. It was kind of slow on their end. So back to Brooke and JK. So they're riding in the car, they're on their way, food, irritated. She's getting irritated because she feels, her words, that they're taking her for a joke. They're not taking her seriously. I mean, it's kind of hard to take her seriously. She's been pouting ever since her hug with JK ended and Brooke hugged him. She was stank from there. It's kind of, I don't like when these grown-ass women are just moody and like also can't force your grown son to like hang out with you. Like, I feel like call your son on another day and hang out with just you and him. And if he doesn't want to do that, then like, I know it's gonna hurt, but like, he's a grown ass man. I'm assuming he's 30, he's 31. But at the same time, like, I mean, she's kind of wasting her breath because these two, he's saying condoms are only for whores and prostitutes. All I can think of is STIs. He's talking about did he say he's never gotten anybody pregnant or something? Because his pullout game is, but, okay, people, hear ye. Pregnancy is not the worst thing that can happen to you if you're having sex, okay? An STI that you can never get rid of is, okay? I need everybody to understand that. I mean, people would still be reckless if they understood that, but I feel like we would get a lot further in terms of sexual health and education if people understood that pregnancy is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And we move. Of clowns in one show, but I'm sorry, this episode was kind of slow. Hopefully next week will be better, but nonetheless, thank you for listening, and I hope you come back to my channel. Bye.